We called him Al Politics.
Al Politics.
Or Al Bundy. Why? Because he loved it. Because he liked to discuss politics. Why?
I'm kidding.
I know you are. And also at George's, he brought a CD in. It's Frankie Valli. And we play it now. We're going to think of Al. Okay?
They're cleaning out Al's apartment.
My family, friends, and loved ones, you all know who you are, so if I don't mention your name specifically, please don't take offense. There are certain items I wish to leave to certain people. My life has become untenable, through no one's fault but mine. If anyone is tempted to feel guilt for not doing more, forget it. There's nothing any of you could do. I am fully aware that what I am doing is going to cause a lot of pain for a lot of people. If that were not the case, I would have done this months ago. It's been 18 plus years since my heart attack. I never expected to live this long. It's been a gift and mostly good, but the last few years have been a challenge to say the least. At my age, recent work history, and the economy in general, my chances of making a living are nil. Anyone who hasn't been through the application process recently, it used to be easier to get in the CIA. That's now. In the situation I find myself in, quote, pride goeth before destruction, and in haughty spirit before a fall, Proverbs 16:18. Hardest of all to say goodbye to is Kathy, Sissy O'Hara. That's your phone number. Sissy, you and I went through a great loss with Katie, and I am about to inflict another one upon you. Your love for me has been as unconditional as a mother's. It grieves me greatly to cause you harm. I hope that our friends will offer you love and support. Anything I have is yours for the taking, except as otherwise noted. Don't forget Katie's Afghan. I forgive those who have harmed me and ask forgiveness from those I have harmed, including those who read this note. Above all, I pray that God will forgive me. God willing, Katie, I'll see you soon. Alan B. Mackall. Politics, just to needle my brother Donnie. I don't know just what ism we're headed for, but it's at breakneck speed. Bills, 1,000 pages long, being rushed through with nobody reading them. Bush spent way too much, and Obama is quadrupling it. On top of the non-stimulating stimulus, cap and trade and health care will put the country into a tailspin from which she may never recover. Mark well my words, in a very few years the country we were bequeathed will be unrecognizable, and generations to come will curse us. End of sermon. Go Phillies.
You did have to get that last dig in, didn't you? You just had to wait. You knew I couldn't answer you back, so that was it. You did that on purpose. You dog, you.
Quite right, but don't give up the ship. You know, like there's a lot to despair over, but don't give up. Those that would want to be victors over us would like for us to be discouraged. If anybody's hurting from alcohol and their life's hurting and alcohol doesn't work anymore, there is another solution. And with all that wisdom, yet wasn't within himself to find the solution. You need something bigger than you and bigger than a drink and bigger than your own brain to get through this thing. So
God's grace.
I need my higher power too.
I'm Anthony Arcaro. I also went to high school with Al, as a number of other people here did. Liz, Donnie, Nikki Vincent every year, Michael Diggins, and we all hung out together. We were all very good friends. I lost touch with Al many years ago. He dropped into my office out of the blue about 2 years ago, and that's the first time I'd seen him for years. And I had a chance to talk.
I'm Patty Jacobs. I actually wrote some things down. Albert, I hope you have your radio on. 1 ton tomato, robbed Ignatian tone, scrambled eggs, and Death March. My new hairstyle. The Grateful Dead, tie-dye, white socks, sea turtles, Ann Coulter, strawberry shortcake, burgers on the grill, okra cook, fishing, sporting clays, Rush Limbaugh, camping, outdoor showers, funny Christmas cards, New Year's Eve parties, disco dolly. This list of memories was cut short. And Albert, when we see each other in heaven, I'm going to smack you for leaving us this way. And then you'll say, "Oh, Patty, don't be mad. Give Uncle Al a hug. And everything will be all right." Miss you terribly, Albert. I hope all the angels have cute butts. I really hope that you and Katie are having a ball.
I'm Regina Molenshot, and I'm my dear friends Patty and Clyde introduced me to Al, and I am gonna miss him. I didn't get to know him that well, but just the fun times that we've had together were just fantastic. And he is so witty and charming and such a flirt, and you knew he was coming to give you a hug, but it was more than a hug when he was giving it to you. And I think he's learned from the great master Clyde. But I'll miss him.
Al, I was Disco Dolly for obvious reasons, and he was just a dear friend. My sister is Patty, who's married to the wonderful Clyde, and Al and Clyde were friends for 40-some years. So Al quickly became part of our extended family. If we had a cookout or Christmas, Al was just Uncle Al, and he was just part of the invitation, and it just went without being said that he was part of the festivities, he was part of the guest list. And I think one of my most memorable parts of Al would actually be a memory for Patty is he was the best man at their wedding, and he had to have had the best of all time, in all-time history, the best toast ever, the best wedding toast you would have ever. We're going to have to put it on YouTube or somehow post it because it is comical.
Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go there to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And whither I go, ye know, and the way ye know. I have that hope that I will see him again in heaven someday, and he's kicking back at his mansion with maybe a big old lake and a fishing rod and everything else. It's a real comfort to me